term on her own terms as president of NLGJA. From CNN, Jen Christensen.
Thank you. Thanks, Jen. Hey, thank you so much for being here. I'll keep this brief because I know you're here for the big show, not for me. But I just wanted to say thank you so much for everyone for coming here. This is really something that I look forward to absolutely every year. It's so wonderful to see not just great friends and great sponsors, but really some of the very best journalists in this world. And I don't say that lightly. We have, as our members, Pulitzer Prize winners, we have Peabody winners, we have Emmy winners. We really do have some of the best in the business. And I hope you've taken advantage of not just networking, which is always a great thing, but also going to our great workshops. We've learned so much from the plenaries that I've been able to duck in and out of. I can't believe the skills I'm going to be able to bring back to my newsroom. And I hope when you go back to your newsroom, you talk about what you've learned here, and you talk about just how important it is to support something like NLGJA. I don't know about you, but I've been so excited to see personally the number of people who've gained rights over the years. And as a community, NLGJA was there at the very beginning. We are the reason a lot of us have domestic partnership benefits in our newsrooms. NLGJA was there talking to the HR directors about why that was so very important. And I don't know if you know that's part of our legacy, but I think it's also important to remember not all of our newsrooms have those protections still. And there are still people who sign contracts like I did back when I was in local that had a morals clause that said I wasn't allowed to be out because it violated the morals of the community. We still have students who don't feel comfortable coming out because they don't know if they're going to get fired. Bishop Gene Robinson said this morning how wonderful it is that so many people can get married and it can be announced in the newspaper, but then the next day they can go into their workplace and still get fired. Now, I'm not talking about being political here. I'm talking about our role as an organization to help work behind the scenes to make sure that all of us feel comfortable to be who we are at work. And I really and sincerely hope that you support NLGJA and our mission to do that. We do a lot of work behind the scenes. GLAAD does wonderful things with celebrities and making people behave by helping shame them into good behavior. I love what they do. We don't do that because we're journalists and we're not supposed to have a political dog in the fight, but we want to make sure that we are accurate. We want to make sure that we are fair. We have a very active rapid response task force that Ken Miguel over there runs. He is always working hard behind the scenes whenever we see unfair, inaccurate coverage to make sure that we get the story right. Because as journalists, we want to make sure the narrative is accurate, right? And that's one of the wonderful things we do. So you might not always hear about that because we're trying to work journalist to journalist. We're trying to help people understand the importance of being right. And right on the right side of history, right? So anyway, so that's what NLGJA does. Sometimes we don't get a chance to talk about our mission, so I want to make sure you hear about that. And I want you to also hear about our future. I had the great pleasure of being, for lack of a better term, the interim director for a few months, in addition to doing my job. And it was intense, very intense. But I also had the great opportunity to hire somebody who's going to bring us into the future and going to put us into a really, really positive place. So I wanted to take this opportunity to formally introduce one of the best people you could ever meet, our new executive director, Adam Powell.
Thank you all. Good morning. Just want to say that I'm incredibly excited and deeply humbled to have been selected as the new executive director. I'm going to keep this short, but I also want to say thank you all. I feel so welcomed by everyone here. For those of you who reached out to me and shared your stories this week, all of you who reached out to me on Facebook and LinkedIn, those of you on Scruff and Grinder, thank you. Truly proving you're multimedia. So thank you. All jokes aside, I am also really thrilled to be working with an excellent board of directors, Jen at the helm, everyone. This is a really active, involved, dedicated board of directors that extends out to the wonderful staff of a total of 4. Maya, Bach, Matthew, some of which can't be here because they're working behind the scenes. Derek, who's putting together this fantastic conference for us on our behalf. Like, really such a strong team. So I wanted to thank them. I also wanted to do a quick thank you for someone who's not here this year and couldn't be because I'm here, and that's Michael Toon, the former executive director, who's been really helpful and gracious in reaching out to me and meeting with me and saying that he's going to hold back because he doesn't want to rain on my parade or stomp or get in my way. And I said, please do. He has so much institutional knowledge after 5 years, and he's moved on to get a degree, and he's been fantastic. So I wanted to also, make that acknowledgement because he was fantastic. So moving forward into the future with this great board, great staff, all of you as a network, the great sponsors, exhibitors, members, everyone, we're really looking for a fantastic 25th anniversary next year. This year, I'm just excited that it's home. I actually grew up on the northwest side of Chicago. So for me, this is my coming home, but I'm excited that we get to really take that theme further into next year as we come home back to San Francisco with the organization where it started at its roots. So I'm really excited for that. I hope you all are excited for next year. And the board and I and the staff will be working on the goals and really re-energizing and getting excited for the next couple of years to build on this legacy that the board, former presidents who are here, that have really got us to this place. Where are we going to take as a group, as a collective, to the next level? So thank you all. You didn't come here to hear me speak, so thank you for your attention. Enjoy the rest of the show.